Hi, it's Em, and it's FlossTube, so let's go on. I did work on a few projects this 2 weeks, and most of all, I'm happy to say, I have one finish. Ta-da! It's the tea. It's a free design that I found on the internet, and I did make a few mistakes in the flowers here. They are a little moved, the petals are a little moved to one side, and I did try to like save it a little bit. It didn't work fantastic, but it doesn't look, I think, terribly wrong. The thing I didn't like the most here were the back stitches, because there were a lot of them, but I really see that they make a difference in some areas. It really makes some things pop and just make some things a little bit more visible and just full of details. There were also a few mistakes around the teacup that for example, the vapor, the mist should be one row up. It should go from like over the cup and not like I have it here. Also, the cup is a little too tall. I added some stitches by mistake, and then I had trouble filling things up, so there's a pink one here because I skipped the white that should have been here. So yeah, this is a design full of mistakes, and me trying to save them, it worked well enough, and I am proud of this project, and it's crossed out of my WIP list. So that's one project, the first project ever that I finished. Okay, ever as in the first counted project, because when I was a kid I used to do those pictures that, you know, the canvas is already like printed with colors, and you just you know, cross stitch over those colors. So those I think I did finish too, but this is the first counted that I finished, so yay, I'm happy. So yeah, that's the first one. The second one I worked on is the Mexican lace, and I am improving quite a bit. I did finish all those orange insides. I still have to do something like this with this orange, and I found out that there is one more detail that I had forgotten about, and it's this one here. It's like a rhombus inside of those triangles here, and I completely hadn't noticed that, to be honest. I will think about adding this detail, because on the one hand I would like it, on the other hand I'm not sure if I want to be bothered with one more color, because I really hope to get to the end. And these are again back stitches that I'm not very happy with. I prefer those back stitches like they were here, because here back stitches were like every row, so this thread sort of sticks to the fabric. I mean, sometimes you have those bits like it goes over like 2 rows up and 1 row to the back, to the side, so it sort of is not super tight. But here sometimes it's like you've got a thread over 5 rows because you can't just put it anywhere else. So here it's a little bit more annoying. That's why I will rethink that. So what I do have to, absolutely have to finish is this row of those rhombuses or rhombi, then those pearls here, and then 1 row of those arches, and there is a pearl up. So that's still a lot of detail, mostly back stitches now. because those pearls at the end, they will be a cross stitch, but it's just one cross stitch, and this is something that I don't like again. That is just one cross stitch, and then you have to move the thread, you know, for larger, under a large part of fabric. So that's something I'm not looking forward to doing, but I hope to finish this beast well, for sure this year, but I would hope to finish it long before the end of the year, but we'll see how it works. Another piece I worked on is the Christmas bauble. We still had basically no winter. There was snow for maybe like 5 minutes mixed with rain, so it didn't really stick on the ground. So this is some kind of nice memories of snow. So I've got those two parts finished. These are the Christmas trees. And then I worked on this part that shows Christmas trees again, although maybe not decorated ones, like more like pines with some snow, covered with snow. So I did this bit, this part here, teeny tiny bit over here. Found a mistake because obviously I miscounted something for earlier. So I have to do like this part, and there's a bit more color here because there are like houses lit with light and so on. So this will be a little bit more interesting than just white. And then I have to repeat that picture here. So this will take me a long time. I definitely will finish it before next Christmas, which gives me almost 10 months. So bit by bit, I will make it to the end. Okay, and two largest pieces that I've worked on, it's the Virgo. So as you can see, it's getting really big. I did work mainly on page 4 of the design, so this is this big block that I have. There is a stitch in page 5 because I needed that. There are a few of them here because I needed to finish the thread. It was like a really short piece left, and I just didn't want to wind it over a bobbin again. I just decided, okay, I'll use it to the end and be done with it. And I did put a stitch somewhere in page 3 that it needed. So in page 3 I only need this one stitch here, and that's it. And the rest I am doing is page 4, so it's getting filled up pretty quickly. And then it's just page 5, and I will have the first row of the project finished. What is good is that I counted more or less correctly, that I have space for like a frame on both sides of the project, because at some point I was kind of worried that, oh, I might have miscounted, I forgot about a page or something, but no, it works fine. So you can see more and more of her. There is like the eyebrow here, and it's just small details of her eye. So yeah, it's looking more and more interesting. So yeah, that's done. And the last project is Miranda. Miranda is, you know, still like very small piece of what it's supposed to be. I checked on the Pattern Keeper application because it counts everything. I've done just a little over 1% of the whole project, so not a lot. And here, this is the edge of the first page. I'm not at the edge of the first page down yet, so I think last time when I talked about Miranda, I told you that I like have this system that it's sort of like staircase, just a bit different. And then that I want to like finish the first row first, But when I got to the edge of the page, when I started doing those upper squares first, I decided, no, okay, let's finish the first page. Let's be done with page number 1. Let's see what it looks like, how it feels in the picture. And then we'll move to page 2, and then I'll start with rows and those upper squares. And we'll see how it works then. So, so far it looks like this. Doesn't really look like much because it's still just the edge of the picture. Just the sky, sort of. But you can see those different shades of grey, purple, blue stuff. So it does look interesting. I think it looks more interesting from distance than it does when I just have it like in my face, because for some reason when I have it near my eyes, I can't really see those details clearly that I can do when it's, yeah, from the distance. So it makes me happier to look at it like this, I have to say. And here, here I might have a problem with the edge, because when I was cutting my Ida, I was thinking about a different project, and I cut it to that project size. And then I started, I turned on the app. I just, you know, was too quick about it, and I clicked on another picture, and I started doing that other picture, and the size is different. I mean, definitely the proportions are different, because the previous picture was more or less a square, and this picture is a rectangle, and it's mostly wide. So I don't think that this will be enough fabric, and I will just have to think how to say that. I still, like you can see, I have a lot of time to think, to figure things out, because I still haven't finished page 1 even. I'm not even probably in the half of page 1, so it's going to take a long time. But, you know, slowly but surely we will make improvement. These two projects are my favorite ones, and these are the ones I like working on the most. So I guess they will have the quickest improvement. And from time to time I'll work on something different, sometimes because of the group on Facebook that I belong to, and they have like projects to do every week, and sometimes the conditions require you to use a different project that you would want to work on. Sometimes because I make it a decision what I want to work on, and I feel like doing this one or this one or this one or whatever one. So I guess I'll be juggling those 4, because T is now out as a project, but I have Fairy also, so that's 5. I have the Stag's Head, that's 6. And I have the Hogwarts crest, so that's 7. Yes, I have 7 projects going still, so I won't be bored, definitely. That's not something that will make me bored. So these are the projects I've worked on, and the center place is for the T that is done and finished and complete, and just needs a border, a frame if I want to. But I don't want to, at least for now. Maybe later. So if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see my further project. Next week there will be my FlossTube video, and then another FlossTube. So see you in 2 weeks time if you just watch the FlossTube. Bye!